Outlands is thrilled to announce the Tidal Tome expansion, launching Sunday, November 16th. That's 15 days. That's 2 weeks, basically, at 10 a.m. my time. So that would be 11 o'clock Eastern in the morning. This highly anticipated release includes brand new event score event where players compete for unique rewards leading up to the opening of a brand new dungeon, the Tidal Tome. Right, so you guys that have been around for other dungeon releases, you guys have always been around where, you know, items drop certain places, maybe you turn them in, maybe you do whatever, or maybe it's like things drop in the dungeon, right? And then you kind of turn them in and you get some rewards. Either way, you know, it could be anything, right? But well, I guess we'll find out. But you know, there's some kind of event tied to Tidal Tome. That's funny, tied to Tidal Tome. That right there is a tongue twister. And it looks like some of the rewards are probably going to be pretty good too. You know, they just seem to be, I don't know if it's Hayes creating the items or Belial or whoever it is that's creating the items, but they do tend to get better and better and more detailed. They're just getting better with it, so that's super exciting. But Tidal Tome is going to be a level 3 dungeon with boss and mini boss encounters, unique aquatic rares, underwater mechanics, that one's interesting, a new dungeon hue, underwater plants, and the red line trophies. Speaking of Redline, they are going to overhaul the Redline system with new upgrade types, including stuff for taming, which is cool. You know, you guys saw, you know, command cores went from 25k to 40k a core overnight. I would imagine, you know, starting tomorrow, they're just going to increase pretty far up. And I don't know where that'll stop, but I would imagine Command as well as even Frost are going to just. I mean, Frost is already high, right? But I have a feeling both of those will go up pretty heavily, as well as like follower damage links. Maybe, I don't know, because it's still just the cost of a link and a reforge, so probably not. But either way, updates to the taming system include new experience levels, redline upgrades, passive taming, and skill gain overhaul, healer's codex integration, and the command aspect adjustment. So it seems like, you know, a lot of stuff is going to tie into the taming system now, making taming, I mean, look, I've got Halden in my Discord right now talking about, you know, pets that he's gathering, working on the zoology thing, and he's getting a few new, like, good pets. He doesn't know which pets are going to be really good, but he's just collecting new good pets. I would strongly encourage anybody that's got a tamer to do the same, because pets are going to be outrageously priced, you know, when all this stuff comes out and people start kind of gaming the system and figuring out, you know, what skills mesh with whatever of these new taming system overhauls that go well with it. There's the new Paragon tier system, the lesser, regular, and greater Paragons. That was really cool. You guys probably remember when we did the dev debrief, you know, the dev pipeline, excuse me, with Owen and Luthieus. They talked about the new Paragon tier system, where basically you see it's a lesser Paragon, so you know you're going to get a lesser chest, a regular, a greater, etc. So that's really cool. And then I believe they're tuning some of the rewards inside those chests. Could be wrong, but either way. New weekly rotating challenger dungeon, designation that increases the dungeon's difficulty and rewards. I'm very hopeful that in the and rewards part, that's the clothing. You guys remember the clothing that they kind of showed, like the Inferno clothing that was all fiery and shit like that? I'm hoping that it ties in with that for the rewards. Maybe it doesn't. I don't really know, but that would be really cool. And you know, me personally, I wish it was untradeable. That way it's like, you know, you can't buy an Inferno clothing, but you can get it, and it means a lot if you're wearing the Inferno clothing or what have you. I doubt that's the way. I'm sure that it won't be, it will be tradable, but I just always like that stuff, that when you see people wearing something, you're like, that dude fucking earned that. You know what I mean? I think that's cool, rather than that guy farmed a whole bunch of gold and he bought it, or whatever, you know. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. Ocean updates, including infamy handling, spyglass improvements, as well as several new ocean mechanics and features. I'm not sure what infamy is, but somebody jumped in my Discord earlier today, and or just right before the stream, it was Hangslow, and he said, what's going on with this infamy that people are up in arms about? I'm not quite sure what the infamy stuff is. Feel free to say it in chat if you guys understand what that is. But you know, I do know that just about any time anybody even makes a little ripple of water, or excuse me, anytime Luthien makes a ripple in the water of the ocean, that ships PVM and ships PvP just blows a fucking gasket, dude. It's it's like, it's a little wild. So you know, damned if he does, damned if he doesn't, basically. But faction and PvP updates, including updated arena and faction rewards, changes to faction scoring, VIPs, and faction champions with Aspect Triumph fragments, and more. So Aspect Triumph fragments, that sounds like you're going to get some different fragments, and then you can make an Aspect Triumph out of them, which is really cool. I'm excited for the arena rewards, only because I've been, as you guys know, really diving in with the arena lately. I wish I had more time to practice. I've been out of town so much lately, but you know, it's just that's going to stop soon. At least it's not going to stop, but it's going to slow down, I should say. And I'll have more time to practice in the arena. But you know, I feel like I've been doing good in that area, but I could be doing better if I was able to practice more. But with that, I am excited for the arena rewards. You know, I saw the scars and stuff on the body. I think those are really cool. We'll see if they add other things like that. One thing they did say, though, is that this expansion patch does not offer housing space or the expand of the overworld map. So that means that we should get some more updates down the road in the future, in the near future, I would imagine. I doubt it's going to be anything that's going to take till like this time next year. Maybe it does. I don't really know. But you know, I do know Owen was still working on some of that map. I think it was last night. He was, you know, last night, Halloween, he had posted a screenshot of, you know, he was putting some happy trees, right? Like Bob Ross. I think that's, yeah, Bob Ross and stuff. So we'll see what happens there. But in the week leading up to the release, players may participate in Etheric Purity event to uncover the secrets that unlock the Tidal Tome, aka the Titty Tomb. This event will run from November 8th to November 15th. So we've got next week is when it starts, and then it ends the week after, which is really good because I'm out of town starting Monday until Saturday. So basically, I get to participate in this event, and then I won't be gone at all that following week, but it should be good. So anyways, official patch notes will be released on the 16th. So we don't really know everything yet, but we will in, it looks like, what, 2 weeks. So that's exciting, guys. Also, I do want to point this out too. There is a Terran Lodge special raffle. This has Amish written all over it. If Amish doesn't empty all of LC's bank account, then he is the wrong guild leader for the Loot Crusade. I'm just kidding. But anyways, I am pretty excited. I'll probably put a pretty big chunk of change in for this, as I'm sure a bunch of other people will. But this house is probably, it's really cool. Probably gonna drain a lot of gold, just like the, you know, the holidays always drain a lot of gold. I do want to say, you know, shout out to Outlands. These fucking guys, man, they're just, it's like non-stop, especially around the holidays, right? When everybody is busy, you know, you got holiday parties, you got family, you got all kinds of stuff going on, you're just busy, but they tend to just keep throwing content out, even more so around the holidays. Any events, you know, stuff like that, it's always nice, man. It's a really good way during the stressful and also wonderful time of year to unwind. Outlands just fucking, dude, thank you, Owen, thank you, Luthien, thank you, Expo, and everybody out there. It's you guys are just fucking kicking ass, man.